Hi friends, I'm Erin, the Reformed Health Coach, and today I have a workout with me video for you. We're going to go through 5 exercises. Some of these can be done just with body weight, but you're going to need a set of dumbbells and or a resistance band. I always start my full body exercises with the lower body, working on the big muscles of the legs and the glutes. So we're going to start with a step back lunge. This requires no weight at all. You could hold the dumbbell. I'm going to demonstrate with no weight at all. We're going to be alternating legs, so we're going to do a total of 20, 10 on each side. Important for this step back lunge is we're going to keep our chest up, not leaning over forward, and we're always going to keep our abs tight. Slow and steady, good, controlled form. So I'm going to tighten my abs. I'm going to step back with my left leg, drop down to my knee is hovering over the ground, press through my right foot, return to standing. Make sure those abs are tight, chest is up, step back with the right foot, hover that knee, press back up. So here's how that looks from the side. Abs tight, butt tight, step back, hover, press through the front leg, up, and the other side. Press through the front leg and up. So let's do it together. We're gonna do 10 on each side for a total of 20. I'm gonna start with the left foot going back, abs are tight, butt is tight, chest is up. 1, 2, 3. Make sure when you come up, you come all the way up, squeeze the butt at the top. 3, 4, 5. Pressing through that front leg. 6, 7, 8. Abs tight. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keep the abs. Press up. 15, 16, 17, 18. Keep those abs tight. 19, 20. Great. So next up, we're going to do a sumo deadlift. So you're going to need a set of dumbbells or a resistance band, but you can also do this just with your body weight. It's going to be focusing on our glutes and our hamstrings, so the butt and hamstrings, and a little bit of the low back. So first, I'm going to show you how to do this just with body weight, and then I'll show you whichever form of resistance you choose to use, a band or dumbbells, how you would set yourself up for that. So we're going to start in a sumo stance, so our feet are going to be nice and wide apart. Pointing forward or just slightly out is fine. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to keep our trunk from our hip to our shoulder. Our spine is going to stay completely straight. We're not bending our back at all. We're going to send our hips back. So see how I have this straight line here. So I'm standing in my sumo stance. Show you from the side. I'm going to stick my butt out that way. So my spine is straight this whole time. Reach down and then stand straight back up. Squeeze the butt. Okay? So my back is going to stay still. I'm just shooting my hips back and standing back up. Okay? So this is the movement. Now I'm going to show you how to do it with a band. So if you have a band, whatever kind of band you have, tube, one of the circular kinds, like this one, you're going to stand on it, depending on how much resistance you want. I'm going to double up the resistance. Now this doesn't feel great on your hands. It's a bit of the challenge for this when you're using the band, especially if you don't have a band with handles. But this is the resistance I want to use. So the further my feet are apart and the further out I grab the band, the more resistance I'm going to have. And my abs are tight, my spine is straight. I'm going to grab this band and I'm just going to stand straight up. And when I get to the top, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together and I'm squeezing my butt. Lower back down. I'm keeping my hands really close to my body. Stand up, squeeze the butt, lower back down. So from the side, it looks like this. So my abs are tight. Again, from my hips to my shoulder, my back is nice and tight. I'm just going to stand straight up, squeezing my shoulder blades back and down, and squeezing my butt and my abs at the top. Lower back down with my hands really close to my body, and repeat. Okay, so I want you to see what I do with my shoulder blades when I get up to the top. That's sinking my shoulder blades back and down at the top of the movement. I stand up and I pull my shoulder blades back and down while I'm squeezing my abs and squeezing my butt. So my chest is really, my abs are tight, but I'm really pressing my chest out like I'm proud. And I would do the same thing if I was using dumbbells there at the top. So I'm in that wide stance. When I come up, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down, tight tummy, tight butt, before you lower back down. So if you're using dumbbells, this is what your setup is gonna be. Same thing with the lower body. The only difference is now you're gonna have a couple of dumbbells. You're gonna keep them really close to your body, just like I was saying with the band. You're gonna start, your back is gonna be nice and straight from hip to shoulder, abs tight, and then you're just gonna stand straight up, shoulders back and down, abs tight, butt tight, like so. So let's do a set of 10 of these. I'm gonna use the band myself because I'm gonna be able to get more resistance with the band than with the dumbbells. So whatever resistance is right for you, just body weight, dumbbells, band, whatever. The most important thing, as always, is that we're doing it, we're doing something, and that we're using good form. I'm gonna keep my hands close to my body, hands in between my knees, my back is straight, my hips are sticking out, and let's do 10. Stand up, 1, squeeze the shoulder blades, back and down, tight abs, tight butt, slowly lower down, keep the hands close to your body, and stand up. 2, 3, 4. When you get to the top, squeeze your butt and your abs without arching your back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Deadlifts are probably my #1 favorite exercises. There's all sorts of variations, and as you saw, it really incorporates the whole body. Definitely the hamstrings and the glutes, but also the abs, even the upper back, the rear shoulder, as we're pulling our shoulders back and down at the top of that movement. Great movement, great exercise that should be incorporated in some way into everyone's exercise routine. So next up, speaking of the upper back and rear shoulder, we're gonna do some scapula push-ups. It sounds harder than it actually is. There's an all-4 variation, so you can be on your hands and your knees, or we'll be in a full plank position. That would be the more challenging, heavier version of this exercise. For most people, you're gonna wanna do this in the all-4s position, but I'll also demonstrate it in a full plank position where you'd be having more resistance. The purpose of this is to really get the shoulder blade moving along your back and to strengthen the muscles around the shoulder blade that is responsible for that movement, particularly the muscles between the shoulder blades and at the back of the shoulder, which really help to keep our posture upright and to keep our shoulders in a good healthy position. Okay, so I'm just gonna start here in the all-4s position. My hips are directly over my knees. My hands are directly under my shoulders. If you're not looking at a camera, your head is gonna be pointed straight ahead because you want your neck to be in a nice neutral position. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep my elbows straight. At the very top of the position, I'm gonna push through my back. So I'm basically pushing through my back. You see that raise up there? Then what I'm gonna do is with my elbows straight, I'm going to lower my chest between my arms, keeping the elbows straight. Now I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together and then push back up. So this is very much an isometric movement where there's not much actual resistance, there's not much actual weight that we're using right now. We're going through the range of motion, and when we get to this position, we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, squeeze the abs, and then push yourself back up. Kind of you're stretching here at the top, and then lower back down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Now I can do this in a plank position as well, and then we are really gonna have some resistance there. So if you feel good, if you feel strong in that position and you have abs that will support you in a plank position, just extend your legs out. You're gonna squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. We're gonna start the same way, push through the arms. The elbows are gonna stay straight, head pointed straight ahead, and you just lower your chest kind of between your arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together, really squeezing your abs here, and then push back up and back down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and push back up. So that is the scapula push-up. So let's go ahead and do a set of 10. I'm gonna go ahead and do it from my knees because that's probably where most people need to be, and it's okay, that's where you are. The focus is really on the quality of the movement, getting a really good connection to those muscles between the shoulder blades, which so many of us are weak here because just of our daily lives, we're constantly kind of in this rounded position where these muscles are getting stretched rather than activated. So let's do 15 together. Tight abs, hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Head straight ahead. Keep the elbows straight, lower, squeeze, and up. 1, 2, 3. Keep the elbows straight. 4. Excuse me, sir. 5, 6, 7, 8. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Keep the abs tight. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Feel the elbows straight. 17, 18. Last 2. Really squeeze here. 19. Squeeze. And 20. Good job. So now we're going to do a floor chest press. So you're going to need either a set of dumbbells or a resistance band for this. If you're going to use a resistance band, we're going to end up laying down on the ground. So you're going to lay it behind your back. You may or may not have a dog joining you as well. You're going to lay on it so it's kind of in line with the middle of your chest. Grab onto the handles in whatever way you can. You're going to press up, and you're kind of pushing up in your hands toward each other. So you can really squeeze your chest. Keep your abs tight. My knees are bent, by the way. Knees bent. So we're going to stop, obviously, when the elbows come to the ground. Press up and together and back down. Chin is tucked. Abs are tight. Okay, so that's how we would do this motion with the band. If you have a set of dumbbells, grab your dumbbells. I'm going to start basically in the same position. Abs are tight, knees bent, chin is tucked, and you're just going to press up. And again, you're going to bring the weights toward each other so you can squeeze your chest at the top and then slowly lower back down. So whichever form of resistance you choose to do, you could even do this just isometrically, just creating your own tension. So it's like you're going to pretend that you're pushing something heavy. You can create your own tension. This is called isometrics. It's actually very effective to do this. You can get a good connection with the muscle. Just think about your chest muscles pulling your arms forward and together. So you think about your chest muscles pulling your arms toward the center. So from the side here, I'm laying flat on the ground. I'm going to tighten my abs and kind of push my low back into the ground. My knees are bent about shoulder width apart, and then my elbows are going to be below my shoulders. So make sure you're not way out here. We're going to be in a nice comfortable position for the shoulder to press up so the weights are in front of us. So let's do a set of 15. I'm going to use the dumbbells. Knees are bent. Abs are tight. Elbows are below your shoulders. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeezing at the top. Slow controlled return. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, abs tight. 14 and 15. And we'll finish up with the show muscles, the biceps and the triceps, right? So we're gonna do one exercise that's gonna hit both. They're called hammer curls. So rather than being in a palms up position to curl like you normally would, we're actually gonna be more of in a thumbs up position. So the dumbbell is gonna be pointing straight ahead. Always start with shoulders back and down. I'm gonna show you from the side first. So as always, shoulders back and down, abs tight and butt tight. So in this thumbs up position where the shoulder is in neutral here, it's like I'm aiming the dumbbell over my shoulder. And then when I come down, squeeze the triceps at the back. So squeeze the back of the arms. Core is nice and tight. Chin is tucked. Curl up. Slowly return. Squeeze the triceps at the bottom. Up. And squeeze. Okay, so we're getting a nice squeeze of the biceps on top. And a nice squeeze of the triceps at the bottom. So let's do a set of 10 here. Abs tight. Butt tight, shoulders back and down, curl up, squeeze, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, slow and controlled, so we're not using any body English, we don't want any momentum going. We want the muscles that we're targeting to be the muscles that are actually doing the work. 4, 5, 8, 9, and there you have another full body back patio workout. Let me know what you thought about this workout. Are there any questions that you have about any of these moves? I would love to be able to help you with that. If you really want to step up your game and add some mobility to your resistance training, which I highly recommend. Mobility is strength within your entire range of motion. It makes you function better as a human. It can help alleviate a lot of pain and dysfunction that you might have. Also, it will help you get more bang for your buck in any of the exercise that you're doing. Join my Facebook group, the Reformed Health Community, where every Monday morning we do Mobility Monday, where it's about a 10-minute session or so, just focusing on mobility. It's a great way to start the week, really feeling and moving a lot better. And then you have access, of course, to all of the past Mobility Mondays, which you could watch at any time. That group, the Reformed Health Community, as well as all of my other social media, will be linked in the description box. Remember, reform your lifestyle, reform your health.